On today's episode,
The NFL is gearing up for the postseason. We need to break down a big week of football. You see what I'm representing, what happened last week, baby. Let's go.
look, Ray, we're looking forward to the end of the season. You know what that means, man. The end of the season means it's playoff time. Who you got for your number one seed in the AFC and in the NFC? Let me
Man,
know.
you know what it is. And to help us out this week, we have our NFL analyst, Miss Ashley Ross, returning to the show. Stay tuned for more. Here we go, baby.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to another great episode of Ringside with Ray and Prince, where we look to entertain you, educate you, and empower you. Make sure that you hit that like and that subscribe button and share this with the people that you care about. Ray, what's going on, baby? How you doing?
Man, I am doing fantastic. It was a great week, phenomenal week. Of course, you know what happened this past week. The NFL was on fire. I had a phenomenal week. I was in Miami the week before, got to hang out, came back and saw my Cowboys do what they needed to do.
And they did the did, they did the did, and they did the do. So
they did the do.
Hey man, but you already know we had to jump right into it. And so before we jump right into it, we got to bring on the best NFL analyst. You already know who she is. Hey, they say, they call her Miss Ross because that's what she does.
The boss.
So we're gonna go ahead and bring in Miss Ashley Ross. Hey, make sure that y'all follow her at Ashley Ross 3 on Instagram and other social media platforms. Without further ado, Miss Ashley Ross, how you doing?
Hey guys!
Oh shucks, look at that now. Ash out here with her emerald green, the ease on down the road joint. She looks like a Christmas tree. I like it. That beautiful Eagles green, even though you know I got my blue on for a reason.
This is Christmas green. This is festive green.
Hey, you already know. I feel like I gotta do it.
I was gonna say, where's the helmet? I know, right? I know Prince is gonna bust out the helmet. Where was the helmet?
Prince got magic tricks on that.
I know. I'm like, is the helmet gonna disappear?
Is the helmet gonna fit?
Does it fit? No,
it fits.
Oh, there you go.
You know, I'm gonna keep it like this today. I'm gonna keep it 100. So let's go, baby. You already know.
Like Bobby Boucher right now.
So, Prince, how are you feeling about your Ravens these days?
Oh man, they number one in the AFC.
True.
Like, how can I not feel? I mean, I feel great. I'm loving it. They're winning. The only thing that I do not like is nobody's talking about Lamar Jackson. Like they always talk about him in a bad light, but nobody's talking about him and how they're winning in a good light. So that's the only thing that I'm concerned about, or I'm a little perturbed about. But other than that, man, I love what my Ravens are doing. Harbaugh is doing this thing. Likely is looking likely like the first tight end, and so. The Ravens are putting it together. Flowers is coming along, and all the other players are doing their thing, man. The Ravens are looking strong and stronger as the season is going on, and so I'm looking forward to these next few weeks and these next games that they have as we hit the stretch for the season.
The Ravens are looking good. The Ravens, it's very on brand for them to win ugly. They don't win in the prettiest games. It's either like an extreme blowout or a game that you kind of scratch your head of why was the score that close to a team that you know cannot hold a candlestick to you. But I do agree that Likely has kind of come into his own, and obviously Mark Andrews next year will come back. But I think Likely has proven that he could be a tight end somewhere on a team in this league. And defensively, you know, something I really noticed about the Ravens defense, my stepmom actually pointed this out, is that if you look at their line, they're not big dudes. They're very athletic, twitchy, fast guys. And, you know, I have a very big football family, and my dad was saying, if you look at a lot of the defensive players, you're seeing a lot of the defensive guys go more to that style where it's not just these big hogs anymore. No offense. It's guys that are a little bit quicker, a little bit twitchy, you know, the Micah Parsons, the real kind of get you off the edge. And I think Baltimore they're peaking right now at the right time.
Yes. I want to throw it up, man. Look, OBJ was looking amazing. I mean, he was out there
And
doing
he's
the
playing
Michael
through
Jackson.
injury.
Playing with an injury. I'm pretty sure he has a torn labrum. He hasn't shared that with everyone, but the type of cast that he has on it represents a torn labrum.
Man,
I know
man,
I have one.
OBJ got rid of that light-skinned head with that two-tone head and all that nonsense. He went to Baltimore, and now he's playing like a thug. He's playing rough. He's out
playing
there
like a thug.
He's playing the game the right way. He came back from the injury. He's playing tougher because before he was a prima donna. He'd be out there, oh, my toenail hurt, my fingernail hurt. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm out here in Hollywood. But now,
do you think that was life, though? I mean, obviously in New York, he was younger. The Cleveland situation didn't work out. So by the time he got to the Rams and, tearing your ACL in the Super Bowl when a lot of people felt like he was on track to get the MVP, do you feel like this is just life humbling him, or he is just getting into his thugnificentness?
Yeah, I think it's life. And also, if you ever been to Baltimore, is be more careful. So if you don't get your thug on, then you will have a problem. So I think it's a change of scenery. It's not as bougie as LA. And like you can't be going out with no blonde hair. Well, they like purple hair out. Crazy stuff out in Baltimore. So he might have got away with it, but he can't be walking around, with his little tight pants on and everything else. So I think there's an adjustment for what's happening to him. And I like the way he's playing though, because he is, not just the number one receiver. I think Zay Flowers is number one receiver right now, but I mean OBJ is stepping his game up at the right time, and I'm excited to see what the Ravens do because I have OBJ, Likely, and Lamar Jackson on my fantasy football team, and I am number one right now going into the playoffs. So
number one in the game and number one in our hearts, Ray. Well,
there you go.
Speaking of real football, so this is who the Ravens have on their remaining schedule left in the regular season. Me and Prince might be at a little odds next week when they play Duval in Sunday Night Football.
Look, so I have no love for you, Ash. It's game time.
That's okay. I'm picking the Ravens. I'll just say it now.
Okay.
Ravens at Jaguars. Then we have a possible Super Bowl preview when they go take on the 49ers. Then they have the Dolphins at home, and then they finish the season with the Steelers. So not the easiest road to keeping that one seed in the bye. But I think that the 49er game is a real probable Super Bowl matchup. I think that's a real probable situation that we might see.
I see him going 1-4, 1-3.
1-3.
Really? I mean, I'd at least give him 2-2, 3-1.
Yeah. Come on, Ray. Come on.
That's just disrespectful, Ray. You know what? Your Cowboys get a couple wins, Ray, and you get real disrespectful out here.
Right? That's it. Because you got to remember what Ashley just said. She said she see this is as a Super Bowl preview. So that means the Cowboys not going to be in there, baby.
Look, I'm telling you this right now. From watching what the Ravens do, Duval can actually beat them, right? Because
do you know that Trevor's hurt right now, and
I know
Ravens defense and Jacksonville has a tendency to turn it over. I just think
but the Ravens just decide to play against. They play down to a team that they should be smacking. So
yeah, that is very true.
There's an opportunity for them to lose there. And then you got a 49ers team with probably one of the best defensive lines in the game. So that puts some pressure on Lamar where you should sit everybody back and play coverage. And then you got a Dolphins team that can go toe-for-toe with you and actually score more points than you. Then, I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's a pocket that they can go 1-3. They could go 4-0. Not likely.
Not likely. Look, Ray, I'll agree to disagree, okay? I'm going to tell you, it's Lamar Jackson. He's the game changer.
The Rams took you to OT.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and then you have your supporting cast. Look, you got to win in every facet when it comes to football: offense, defense, and special teams, man. And so it's a team and it's a collective win. So that's how we win. A W is a W. It doesn't matter, man. So
well, at least you didn't have somebody offsides on the play to win the game.
I'm not even
talking
about
it, Ray. Talk about it, Ray.
What you did y'all see the chefs in the Bills? I call them the chefs because they forgot the I. They forgot to put the I in individual on the whole play. Kadarius Toney is standing offside. Like, you don't ever see the referees call this. Like,
do you think that the refs should? So, first question: should the refs have called that, or do you feel like the Chiefs, how they say we should? Usually you get a warning. Do you think that was the right call by the refs in that situation?
Absolutely. He was encroaching the defense. Like, you got your whole foot on the other side of the defense. You see the tackle's head across from you, and your foot is behind his head. So normally, as a receiver, that I played.
That's why you need green cleats. You need those cleats that kind of blend in with the turf.
That's it. I played receiver in college, so you would look at the ref. I teach my son that played receiver in college right now. Like, you look at the ref and you give him a sign. You look at him and say, "Okay." He'll tell you.
Point at him too.
Yeah, you point at him. He'll
tell you to back up. Off the line. Exactly.
He'll tell you to back up.
He'll tell you to back up. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
So you have that opportunity.
Yes.
But Kadarius Toney is he's a player that is not very disciplined. You've seen it in many facets of his game early on. He's extreme talent. He's very glitchy and twitchy. He can turn it up at any time, but he can also destroy the game for you, which happened.
Man.
So I think the refs made the right call.
I agree. It was what the call was. At the end of the day, the Chiefs can, split hairs about it, but that was the call. But the biggest issue with the Chiefs is they need to be real honest with themselves. When you let Tyreek walk, they said, okay, we still got Travis Kelce. And I don't think, and I'm not saying that Kelce has lost a step, but the dude is in his 30s. It's not like this is like prime time 29-year-old Travis Kelce who can just do it for you all game long. And it's primarily him. You need other guys to step up. They've never had a great run game. So you've never had a great run game. Your Titan has been banged up this season. And the receivers that you had last year, you let Juju go. I believe they got Valdez. Was it
Valdez Scanlon?
They got him back this season, but he ain't really done much either. So I just think the Chiefs over
You've been out there, Valdez Scanlon.
He was scambling, but they overbelieved in we've got Andy Reid, we've got a great offense, we've got Patrick Mahomes, and at the end of the day, you need guys that can catch the ball and not drop the ball. I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, they did have Isaiah Pacheco out. The back that changed the game.
Yeah, he definitely does change the game. I feel that the Chiefs, they feel that they can win with their core players. Just similar to what the Patriots did back in the day when they had Tom Brady and they had their tight ends and Gronk, and they can win with their core players. Leaning on the defense, but this is a new day and age. It's a new NFL, and man, these players, they adapt quickly, and so these teams adapt quickly, and it's not looking favorable for the Chiefs.
Do you feel like Patrick Mahomes? I feel like he's been getting a lot of flack in the press this week regarding his emotional reaction about the ref call, and then what he said to Josh Allen post game, still kind of talking about it. I personally feel like this man has been so even keeled most of his career that if you're deciding all of a sudden to have a problem, you've been wanting to have a problem with him. This was an emotional moment. He knew that this was a big game. They needed the game, and let it go. It's not, he's emotional. And at the end of the day, that's why football is great, because players play with passion and emotion.
Yeah. Do you think it's part of Taylor Swift? Is she like Kardashian curse?
No, they was winning when she was there. I'm all for Travis and Taylor. I have come full circle. I'm here for the lovers. That's a song by Taylor. I'm here for it. Let young love blossom.
Yeah, well, we're gonna let it blossom because we're gonna have to go on to the next thing. Because if you didn't get a chance to see the game, go and check out the highlights, because the Bills went on to beat the Chiefs 20-17. It was a nail biter at the end, and I loved it, man. I enjoyed it. So y'all check it out. But we gotta talk about raised cowgirls. Cowboys. Cowboys. I had to throw it in there, man.
How about them Cowboys, Ray?
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are we still them boys? Oh, man, hold on. I got to take a moment.
Look, the Eagles look like they got shot down from the sky when they played.
Let the church say amen with that, Prince.
I'm just saying, man. Wow. Like the Eagles, they struggled with the Cowboys. But you know
they
what?
struggled the week before too.
They did. But I have to give the Cowboys credit because they went and they studied film and they said, okay, we can beat them. If San Francisco could beat them and they just gave us a blueprint, we should be able to beat them as well. And they went out there and they executed their game plan and they looked very successful. And that's why they got the victory. So
if you saw the first week, the first time the Cowboys played the Eagles at the Eagle Stadium, I mean, I'm not going to just talk about the refereeing because we didn't play up to par. We missed a lot of plays that could have changed the game.
Let us know, Ray Mahomes. Let us know.
And at the end, we just came up a little bit short. CD Lamb catching the ball like 2 yards short of the end zone. So we knew if we played our game.
Kevin is put out of bounds, but continue.
Yeah, Dak. Yeah, but we knew Dak is playing at an MVP level. And our defense has been dominant in getting turnovers. Like, so we turned the defense over. And the thing is with the Eagles, I already told you, I said they're Achilles heel. If you get ahead of them, they cannot catch up. Jalen Hurts and his Eagles team have to play with the lead or play close because their game is to slow the game down and keep you away from the ball. Keep the offense off the side because their defense is suspect. You saw the secondary getting toasted. And then their run defense on the outside, their run defense interior is tight. But on the outside, it's a problem. And if they can't push their way all the way down to a victory, that's going to be a problem.
They weren't able to brotherly love it on home. And I know a lot of people expect me to come on here and defend the Eagles and say why the Cowboys on it. But I'm going to just admit, I'm starting to sip the Kool-Aid. I am starting to sip whatever is in Ray's Cowboy cup.
What did you say there?
I am starting to sip it. And here's why. The two main things that I have kind of been on Dallas about all season was one, I need them to win a big game. I need them to win a game that truly counts. And it doesn't count much more than Sunday night, a rivalry game at home under the lights. You lost the last time in a close one. I thought Dallas, this wasn't just a win for, the NFL world and the Dak MVP and the talking points. This was a win for Dallas of, oh no, we them boys. We really have a squad. And the other point too that I've been concerned about was the run game. It wasn't all from Pollard, but they had 138 yards on the ground. So I think Dallas, they've got a great tight end. I got him on my fantasy team. They got a great kicker. I got him also on my fantasy team. When you look at the weapons and you look at how they're playing as a unit, I think Dallas is a really hard team to beat. Unless they're facing San Francisco, then that's their kryptonite.
Oh no!
Is they're not? Ray was like, I was right there with you.
When that rematch happens in the NFC Championship,
in San Francisco, by the way,
we gonna see what happened. I don't think San Francisco get through these next few weeks unscathed. So,
and you think Dallas does? Hold on, I got Dallas's schedule right here.
Yeah, we gonna
Dallas
beat Miami.
got the Bills next week, who are fighting for their playoff lives. That's going to be an intense one. Then you got the Dolphins. The Dolphins just lost to a Tennessee team that they shouldn't have lost to. Then you got the Lions, who are reeling, but they're going to fight you in that game.
Yeah, the Lions are lying.
And then you got the Commanders, who, even though they might be out of it at that point, they still going to play hard.
They playing for pride,
Playing for pride. At this point in the season, Ray, are y'all going to the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. It is happening. It is going down. We are going to Super Bowl. The path is being set up. We're going to have home games. And see, when we play at Texas Stadium, we are unbeatable. We haven't lost at Texas Stadium. So there's out there, you see a whole different thing. And now here's the issue. We are built for this situation. Our defense is built for, times when we can go out there and our running game will start to come along. That's what's exciting me. The running game is able to take some pressure off of that.
It's looked very good these last.
And our kicker can kick from 70.
Oh, I love that kicker. That kicker got me, I think, like 15 or 17 points. You keep on kicking.
Yeah, he ain't missing nothing.
Oh, no, he's good. Well, speaking of how things are going to wind it on down, let's do a little playoff picture. So if the playoffs started today, we'll start since we're talking about the NFC. Right now, as things stand, the 49ers at 10-3, they would be the number 1 seed with a bye, and that means that the road to the Super Bowl would go through San Francisco. Ooh. At number 2, you got the Cowboys with their win over the Eagles. They leapfrogged them, and they're at the 2 seed. They would face the Packers. I think that's a very winnable game for the Cowboys. Yeah. At number 3, you got the Lions playing the Vikings. We don't truly care about either one of those teams because we don't see them as true Super Bowl contenders. And at 4, we've got whoever is going to come out of the NFC South, probably either the Bucks or Atlanta or whoever. Saints,
Alabama, Crimson Tide, probably.
Yeah, can we switch out Alabama? Can I get an Alabama for 200? So that's the NFC, and then the teams looking in, we've got Rams, Seattle. I think those are the only real teams. Out of those teams, out of the 49ers, Cowboys, and Eagles, what other team do you think poses the biggest threat in the NFC? I want to say maybe the Lions. Maybe the Lions.
I think they were front runners from the beginning, and I think you
didn't believe in the biting of the kneecaps.
No, them chickens coming home to roost. I don't believe in the golf. You know, golf should be something you play on the weekends. Leave Tiger Woods. Like, don't be doing what that is.
So, Ray, you in your bag today, Ray. You got bars, and you sing.
The game is
today, Ray.
I'm telling you, the Seattle Seahawks might be the team that might cause some problems.
Okay,
because
if they have Geno?
If Geno's back, they can cause some problems because DK, have it your way, Metcalf is a problem, and the running back Walker is tough, and they play pretty stout, solid defense. So I think Seattle can cause some issues. Other than that, it's a negative for everybody else in that whole space.
Okay, well, jumping to Prince's favorite team in the AFC, the Ravens, they are the number 1 seed right now at 10-3. They would have the bye, and the road to the Super Bowl would go through Baltimore in the AFC. At number 2, we have the Dolphins versus the Colts. I like the Dolphins, but I'm kind of keeping my eye on this Tyreek Hill injury. I still hope he gets to 2K, but if he can't go, neither can the Dolphins. So the Dolphins are at 2, Colts are at 7. At the 3 seed, we have the Chiefs versus the Steelers. I think the Chiefs will have a favorable first round matchup, so they'll probably get through the first round. And then at number 4, you've got the Jaguars versus the Browns. And then the teams looking in, you've got Houston, Denver, Cincinnati, and Buffalo.
Yeah. The Ravens. That's all I'm going to say. The Ravens. You got to come through Baltimore. You got to come through Baltimore, baby.
You got to come through B-more?
Yes, you got to come through Baltimore.
No,
they like Lamar Action.
They're gonna rain. They're gonna rain on the Ravens parade. That's what I'm talking about.
Stop it.
They're gonna rain on Baltimore.
No, they're not raining on Baltimore. Let me tell you something. Lamar Jackson has dreamt about these moments, about playing in the Super Bowl, about being paid, being the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Look, his dreams have come true. He
ain't got no weapons, man. He ain't got enough weapons.
He's the weapon. He's the weapon. Like, what are we forgetting about? This guy was the unanimous MVP.
It was the same thing. They thought about Jalen Hurts. He's the weapon. And what happened to him? Got spanked.
This is so fun, just sitting back, letting you guys go at it. I feel like me and Ray are always going at it, and it's just nice.
You set it up. You set it up. If you love your mama, put your hand on the hot dog stand.
There you go. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically,
I think the Ravens will get knocked out anyway, though. So, but
I think both of y'all need to fight y'all way to a championship game because neither one of y'all been there in a little while.
Oh, we coming. I'm gonna see the Cowboys in Las Vegas.
They've been there since probably when I was born.
95.
Yeah, Ray, that's a year. Yep.
Ray, you all have to face the 49ers.
Yeah.
Nobody's beating the Niners right now. Nobody.
What are you talking about? This other
That's
team.
true. Ray, I'm going to be honest. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I think realistically, even if Dallas gets there, they might be so beat up on the pathway to getting to the Super Bowl that they'll just
you got to play Kansas City, the defending Super Bowl champion. You got to play Miami Dolphins.
They don't have
Kansas City is not threatening. Like this is somebody made this great point. I forget exactly who it was. There used to be the thought when Patrick Mahomes had the ball at the end of the game that they were going to win. You don't have that thought anymore. It's no longer a foregone conclusion. Yeah. If San Francisco gets the ball, if Baltimore and Lamar and them get the ball. Kind of if Dallas gets the ball, they're working their way into that conversation. So that's my rose that I can give.
If the Chiefs are in the tournament, they got a chance.
y'all make sure that y'all go and follow Ashley because she's always giving the best analysts about each team each week. You know, she's doing her thing. If you're not following her, you need to. She's at Ashley Ross 3 at the end. Oh, where's that 3 come from? I just want to know.
You know what? So the original Ashley Ross, I used to be DJ Ashley Ross. For those who don't know, I was a DJ. So I was DJ Ashley Ross. And then I dropped the DJ and became, more professional. Dropped the DJ. DJs are professional. But the person that has the Ashley Ross was trying to charge a bag for that. And I was like, I'm not spending that big of a bag for the domain. So Ashley Ross 3 came into effect.
Okay, then. All right.
I
was standing on business.
We know. Ashley Ross was out here doing Electric Daisy.
I'm telling you, the sidebar, and then I know you guys got to let me go. These athletes and the people that pay for these Instagram domains, I mean, people pay thousands of dollars for the name to certain Instagrams and for the check. But to the names.
I'm selling Ray Leonard Jr. Anybody want that? I got a pretty decent.
Ray, let me buy it off you. I'm gonna turn it to Eagle Lover 1. Eagles Lover 1. And use your face and likeness and NIL, name, image, and likeness. Put you on a little Eagles body.
If you got that Shohei Ohtani money, I'll take it. I'm gonna defer for 10 years.
Look, Ashley, it's always good to see you. We can't wait to have you on the next episode. We're going to go ahead and jump into Stand Above the Ropes, but we appreciate you. Have a great one. We love you and your Christmas green, and keep being the present. All right? Much love.
Ain't this how they do it like that? They do this like that? They do it like that.
There's the new iPhone update where it does little hearts.
My hands don't work with that. I don't know.
We gotta do it. The DK Metcalf.
Like Christmas. Thank you guys for having me. Happy holidays, everybody.
Enjoy.
Yo, so we're getting to Stand Above the Ropes. Real quick, I just want to tell everybody this, and I'm not here to scare you, but I'm here to allow for you to have some awareness. Every living thing has an expiration date. So the reason why I say that is we all are going to expire at some point in time in our life. So the most important thing for you to learn how to do is become aware of your presence, become aware of your gift. What are you doing right now with your time? And how are you utilizing your time? How are you utilizing your energy and your brain to impact yourself, impact your loved ones and the people around you to make this world a better place? Because the way that you came into this world, it was incredible, but you need to leave this world better than you left it, right? So make sure that you are mindful of we could pass away tomorrow. So what are you doing today to make an impact on the world? And that's my stand above the ropes for you today. So y'all have a good one. Ray, what you got for the people?
Man, my stand above the ropes is find your purpose and make it your passion, and make your passion your purpose. Once you're able to do that, you find your stride in life. You find out what makes you happy and how you are moving forward and doing something that you're passionate about. When you learn what you were put here for, when you take the time and find out what is internal to you that makes everybody else better, that changes not just your life, but everybody else's life around you. And when you live with the passion and the purpose, you get up every single morning and you enlighten the world with everything that you bring to it. So find your purpose and make it your passion.
Man, that was beautiful. Look, we're going to go ahead and close this out real quick. Look, thank you all for joining us for another great episode of Ringside with Ray and Prince. Make sure that you check out our award-winning podcast every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You got to check it out. Man, we always have some of the best guests on there, and they're doing some incredible things. So wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, download the episode and listen to it. All right.
Let's get it. And like we always say, man, we got to end the show. We can't end the show without our signature sign off. Like we always say, peace and power.